ideas. But you know what I find here that's really exciting? I'm a guest and I don't know, but my quick response is that there's a vitality here and there's a lot of energy here. And to me that's exciting and hopeful. It's not a place that has any sense of desperation or depression. It's a space that has a lot of vibrant energy. And I mean that just walking through the city, it's got a life force that is not going down. I mean, there might be a time that's not easy, and that's okay, because life should not always be easy. I think it's when you have times that are difficult, then adjustments are made, and new things come to power. If you don't have that, then there's no shift. I can't imagine it's easy. In the United States, it's terrible. It's worse than you might imagine. Yeah, but I think it's also a time where people get to shift, and that's important.
I think that for what Fallen Fruit talks about is what we early on discovered was that we looked at our own neighborhood to find something that we were taking for granted or overlooking, which was these fruit trees growing in public space. And so I think that in a way, if Fallen Fruit has a message, it might be that to look at the gift that is already in your neighborhood, that it's already there. So, and it's the same thing that Athena talks about with the olive tree. So that's why we were very inspired, and that's why we worked on the olive here, is that the olive is here, and it's it's hard not to sound cliche with that simple thing about our project, but that's really the crux of it.
One of the things that people don't often grab onto anymore is where the name comes from. And the name comes from the Bible, actually. It comes from Leviticus. And the name of the project is a quote. And it quotes a message that says that you shouldn't harvest the edges of your fields, that you should leave the fallen fruit for the stranger and the passerby. And one way to think about that is literally, and another way to think about that is symbolically, that you leave part of yourself always available to the unexpected and to the chance person that might come your way, that brings a gift that might be a small thing, it might be a smile or a message, that these opportunities are always coming, and how we respond or make ourselves available to them is so incredibly important. And that's what we bring when we do our project. It's that attitude and it's that openness to possibilities that I think really celebrates all cultures on the planet. It's what makes people great.
I think as far as the artists that you have in the show, we probably have there's probably a strong contrast about the kind of message that our artwork relays, because it has this sort of we are looking at solutions and not looking at criticizing a problem, and so we're not looking at creating polarity or so what we do with our project is wow, that's really, now I can't even explain what I mean. So,
yeah, I think it makes sense. Trying to look for ways to find solutions through people and actively doing something.
Yeah, well,
I think what we're trying to say is that the answers are already here. That sometimes time doesn't always move in the way we want it to, right? I mean, the answers are growing and things will change. And there's always good in the world. It depends on where you look for it. If you look upside down, maybe it's there.
Well, whatever. It's like if tomorrow I can't buy another iPhone. Maybe my grandparents, when they were growing up, maybe they didn't have iPhone. Maybe they lived during the Depression. But whatever, they still had a way. They had a strong community, and so it's like there's different ways of living your life and being that. When things in the world they go up and down, and so that, which is what our lemonade stand is project is about, when life gives you lemons, blah blah blah. So it's like, and that's why we invited people's grandmothers to come to the Sweet Spoon today, because we're saying part of what we're thinking is that, you know, I mean, it's hard not to be in an economic, I don't know, deficient state, but there's ways of being that, you know, if you don't, I don't even know what I'm saying.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll cut that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
No, it's okay. I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to take it your time.
Yeah, I think I don't need to say what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's alright.
No, I think it was
The
pretty
notion
clear.
you explain,
Yeah.
not a way of thinking. But I'm saying that you're not opposing a way of thinking. You're opposing, you gotta find the right way of thinking. And that might be different.
Yes.
There's
yeah.
one thing I can say about this that you didn't ask, that sometimes we get asked about. And one of the things that sometimes gets overlooked is such a small idea, but we are so always committed to it, which is the idea of sharing. And if one walks through the world with the attitude of sharing, you also understand that you'll never go without. So if people can have this consciousness that what we can do in the world is always share some of what we have, even if it's just a good message or a smile, a glass of water, it doesn't matter. If you can do that all the time, then everyone in the world will not go without. And it's such a small thing to do. It's more about a way of walking through the world, or a way of experiencing a place, which is what the maps are actually about. They're less about shopping and they're more about experiencing.